This is the Season Long Podcast in support of the YouTube channel SeasonLongBaller. It has been a little while since we've done a podcast, so we will get you up to speed here on Thanksgiving week as we get prepared for the Chicago Bulls and the NBA Cup tomorrow. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But as you can see here, the schedule over the past couple of weeks, we've had wins over the Rockets, the Spurs, and two NBA Cup victories, one over the Hawks by the skin of our teeth, 75-73, and then as you see here on the 22nd, a 92-81 victory over the Boston Celtics. That was a live stream. Thank you very much for joining us for that, and we keep it here on the channel where we will announce more live streams going forward as we will be playing more games as the season continues, because here on Season Long Baller, we are mirroring the schedule of the Washington Wizards through our player build, Jaymont Summerz, 6'5" point guard out of William & Mary. And speaking of that 6'5" point guard, well, before we get to that 6'5" point guard, just wanted to mention this trade offer. Last season, during the season late, like around the trade deadline, the Houston Rockets in our simulation offered us Alperen Sengun for Corey Kispert. Now, we took that deal, but you can see some of the deals that we are offered. And I can tell you, Jones, there's no way in the world that I think Jones would want to come back to the Wizards from the Suns. That deal does not make sense from a Suns perspective. Jones in real life has definitely helped the Suns out. I've said the whole time they needed a point guard. They ended up getting one that is not turnover prone, one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the league. And there's no way in the world he'd come back to the Wizards. But you see they're offering Nurkic and Jones for Valanciunas and Holmes. I don't think the Suns would make that deal. And in this case, I didn't make that deal either. So I think I liked having Valanciunas. Jones would be kind of redundant. He was on the team, of course, last season in our simulation, and he was coming off the bench, which, you know, in real life, I don't think he would have been happy with. I'm sure he is happy to be with the Suns. Now, taking a look at our player build, Jaymont Summerz, just a quick look at some of the stats as we have gone through the season so far, and you see leading the league in minutes played at 20.1 minutes a game. Keep in mind, we do only play 6-minute quarters here on Season Long Baller. Leading the league, as you probably noticed, in scoring at 32.8. That is actually an increase from last season where we were over 27. Yes, we are shooting the ball more than anyone. I mean, that's what we're going to do. But still, 32.8 points per game, easily leading the league. And as you can see, Shea in second place from the Thunder isn't even averaging 20 at this moment. And Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves is third at 16.6 a game. Now, in rebounds, so I'm not just shooting the ball. Rebounds, second, with tied for, well, second. I guess I'm leading by a couple of hundredths of a point over Rudy Gobert, where I am averaging 6.6 rebounds a game. Again, that is good for second in the league. My assist totals have come down. I was in the low fives last season or high fours last season. Right now, you see I am just over 4 assists a game. That is good for sixth in the league. And again, I'm assuming Ja Morant has me beat out by hundredths of a point. And then in steals, which I've never averaged one solid steal a game in NBA 2K over the course of the seasons. As you know, this is the ultimate career mode. On NBA 2K23, we played the full 82 games. And on NBA 2K24, we played the full 82 games. Didn't average in a steal a game over the course of those 2 seasons. So we'll see if I can keep up at this pace, which right now is good for 7th in the league. And again, a steal a game right now. Now, those were the good stats. Let's get to some of the bad stats. I am averaging 2.2 turnovers a game. And again, that is number 1 in the league. I definitely want that to be under 2 a game. You see Luka Doncic is at 1.8, but I'm really hating that I'm turning over the ball that much. And in the games, you can tell I am missing Daniel Gafford. Speaking of the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford, of course, in real life was traded to the Mavericks. So that has been the difference, or at least I think that's part of the difference. I had a really good chemistry with Gafford throwing those lobs. I have not had that good a chemistry with Valanciunas or Bagley the third. And I think I've only thrown one lob to Holmes when he's come in the game. Definite difference there. But again, 2.2 turnovers. No excuses. I got to get those cut down. I am also leading the league in fouls. That's not good either. Averaging almost 3 a game. That is way too many considering that I am leading the league. And you see people like Sabonis and Cat are also averaging over 2, but I'm over 2.5, getting close to 3. So again, too many steals per game. Now, again, staying on the bad stats, I am giving up 15.2 points a game. That is, again, as you can see, worse than the league. But I will say that last season, I was number 1 in points allowed, and I was first team all defense, despite the fact I was not getting 1 steal a game. I don't know how that happened, and it'll be interesting to see if that plays out again. But right now, giving up 15.2 a game. Now, you see Drew Holiday is second, giving up 10.8 a game. So maybe you can be an elite defender and give up a lot of points. But 15.2, I'm almost 5 points. I'm like, 4.5 points worse than the next player in Holiday. So that is not looking good either. But we'll see if this plays out, if I can keep the steal total high, and will I be able to make the all-defensive team? Because believe me, I was shocked when I made it last season. Free throw percentage right now, I'm at 95.1%. That is good for second in the league behind Terry Rozier, the third of the Heat. But I am averaging 5.5 free throw attempts a game. That is number 1 in the league. Last season, I think I was second or third, and I was in that top 5 for all season. I think I was behind Joel Embiid of the Sixers. But right now, I am almost 1 full free throw attempt better than anyone else in the league, Shea being second and Antetokounmpo being third. But 5.5, again, another number. We will see if it holds up as we are here getting into late November. My free throw percentage, well, it's only 41.8%. That is not number 2 in the league. Just wanted to highlight that I am only hitting 41.8% of my threes. That is overall not a bad number, but I've had some pretty bad games as we've gone along in terms of my 3-point percentage. Now, taking a quick look at the NBA Cup, as I mentioned, we beat Atlanta and we beat Boston. We've got the Bulls tomorrow. Hope you will join us for that one. And right now, we are 2-0. The Celtics are 2-1, but you notice they have that plus 31 point differential. And remember, that point differential is important if teams end up being tied. So you're trying to score as many points as you possibly can. And the Bulls are 1-1, so they're not out of this themselves, even though it is just a plus 1 point differential. We've already played the Cavaliers once this season. We will be playing them again, but we've got the Bulls next tomorrow for the NBA Cup. And you see we're in the East Group C, so we'll see if we can get a key third victory. Looking at the regular statistics, the regular standings, the New York Knicks are number 1 right now at 13-3. The Bucks are 13-4. We are 12-3 at this moment, and we took a tough loss to the Celtics on opening night, 64-60. We have also lost to the Knicks. Again, that was a live stream. Thank you very much for joining that. And we lost to the Pacers, who, as you see, are the 5 seed right now, and they are in 5th place right now, and they are 9-8. And I don't know, the Pacers just seem the first season we swept the Pacers, but ever since then it's been a battle every time we play Indiana, and we lost to them just a couple days ago. Just a couple days ago, and we have what was that? That was yesterday. I'm sorry. We lost to the Pacers. And we will be playing the Bulls, who are the 4th place right now, and 10-8. We play them again, NBA Cup tomorrow. Out west, the Mavericks are the team with the 13-3 record, followed by the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Warriors, the Spurs, and the Nuggets. That's your top 8 out west. Now, taking a quick look at some of the Wizards statistics, because the Wizards, we haven't really talked about them overall. Alexander Sarr is the number 2 overall pick, and I know we probably have not shown kind of what their stats have been. Now, Sarr has, as you see, second on the team in minutes played at 16.3, and that is second, of course, only to my 20.1. In points per game, it is Kyle Kuzma at 7.5 points a game. And remember, Kuzma, since we started doing Season Long Baller, he is the only player left from the starting lineup when we first started doing this on NBA 2K23. Rui Hachimura started off at this small forward position for us on NBA 2K23, and those playlists are in the description. And he was replaced by Deni Avdija. Obviously, Hachimura traded in real life to the Lakers. Avdija traded to the Portland Trailblazers. We started with Bradley Beal as the 2 guard, traded to the Suns. Last year, DeLon Wright for most of the season was the 2 guard, but he eventually was let go last season, bought out. He went to the Miami Heat, and now he is with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that lineup has constantly changed. We had Kristaps Porzingis at the center position my first year on NBA 2K23. Daniel Gafford was coming off the bench. Last season, Gafford started the season until we acquired Şengün from the Rockets in that deal that we talked about earlier. And now both of them, Gafford to the Mavericks and, well, Şengün obviously was with the Rockets. Now, it's a good time for me to mention that what happens in our simulation, that plays out for the rest of the season no matter how it happens. So you will see different injuries and things like that from the league. But in that offseason, once everything goes back to normal, when we kick this off again next season in NBA 2K26, it will start off with how the rosters actually look in the NBA that season. So obviously Şengün goes back to the Rockets. But our new center, Jonas Valanciunas, is second on the team in rebounds at just under 6 a game. And he, again, is only trailing me as I'm slightly over 6.5 a game. And Alexander Sarr, number 2 overall draft pick of the Wizards, is averaging just slightly less than 1 block a game. But those blocks have been pretty spectacular, and he has helped anchor the defense. As you see, Valanciunas is not averaging quite a half block a game. So Sarr has been key starting at the 4. I know he plays a little bit of the 5 for the real Wizards, but for us right now, he is still starting at the 4 beside Valanciunas. Plus minus, you can see it's me at 7.3, followed by Valanciunas, Sarr, Coulibaly, who is starting at the 2 now, and Kuzma. So that kind of rounds out our starting 5, and you see that they are all on the plus minus, on the plus side of the plus minus. And everybody in the picture except for Bey, who's just even totally, are all on the plus side of that plus minus. Quick look at the season awards, something that we have not looked at so far this season. And as you see, we have got the award 3 times so far, the Player of the Week award in the East. Antetokounmpo and Jason Tatum are the only other 2 guys to win it out East right now. And in the West, you see Luka Doncic has won it twice. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has won it twice. And Nikola Jokic has won out West. So there's your look at the awards. Now, going forward, we've got we've already played the Rockets. We've got the Chicago Bulls tomorrow, 3rd game of the NBA Cup. Hope that you check that out. That is a very key battle for us. It is at home. Our final game in the NBA Cup is going to be against the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. So definitely want you to check out the NBA Cup. Hopefully we can go ahead and advance to the next round. And again, this is just the 3rd game of group play. Then after that, we've got the Clippers on Wednesday, and we will then off on Black Friday and Thanksgiving. And I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I want to say that first now. And then on Saturday, we get our first look at the Milwaukee Bucks on the road in Milwaukee. Thank you very much for checking out Season Long Podcast number 69. If you like what we're doing on the channel, go ahead and give us that like and subscribe. It is much appreciated. You'll see all of our playlists down in the description below, where we had the full first season of the regular season on NBA 2K23, along with the playoffs, and then the regular season and the playoffs playlist on NBA 2K24, which we did last season. That was the 2nd season for Season Long Baller. And now we just started our 3rd playlist, which is this season on NBA 2K25. It is the ultimate career mode. That's going to do it for Season Long Baller. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving week. Join us against the Bulls tomorrow for the NBA Cup, and then on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, at home against the LA Clippers. That's it for Season Long Baller. Peace.